I want to see you move around a little, old girl. Oh, she's a trotter, okay? Hiya! Good. I just kind of wanted to get a little video, see if we're moving. If she'll turn towards me, I'll let her stop, even if she's just running past me. She's been vet cleared as sound, no issues, all that jazz. She just kind of moves weird. She might need a chiro adjustment. But I really like this mare so far, because her biggest issue is just she doesn't want to be caught. She's like, oh, I'm gonna run around mindlessly. No, you're not. Okay, let her go by. Gives a good, visual. I'll take some screenshots of her. So her name was May. I'm probably gonna rename her. I rename all my horses. So I don't want her to get too worked up, but I do want her to, there, good girl. So all I want is for her to look at me. I know you suggested Juliet. We'll see. I don't really want any reminders of Julio though. So all I wanted was for her to stop and look at me. She can stand still as long as she wants. The second she kind of blows past me again, I'm gonna make her move. I don't mind if she sits and eats either. So see, she's kind of getting ready. She was like, I'm gonna blow past you. I'm gonna let her get past. If she turns towards me, great. So there, she you could see her thinking about going away. Good girl. But she stayed by me, so I'm gonna ignore her. She's kind of more stressed about the fact that she went from a home where she was with the other horses to now she's alone. The other horses are out there. So she's not paying any attention to me. We're gonna move her out. So this is how I kind of fix a horse that's got no interest in the people she's with and doesn't want to be caught. This one's really bad about it. She doesn't like being caught because she's got trauma. I'm gonna post pictures later, but she's got those gray hairs on her face. That's because she had a halter left on her. So when she's looking at me, leave her alone. When she blows by, create a job. If she turns into the fence, bug her. She can cover ground. So she's looking at me. Once she goes past, there, her ear twitched, so I'm gonna leave her. She went by. So all I want is for her to pay attention to me. So I don't mind if, there. She turned towards me, even though it wasn't really about me, so I'm gonna leave her alone. She does have a beautiful trot. She got a ground covering trot. She is a standard bred mare. 17, just out of shape. She was a rescue. The lady before me rescued her, to be clear. She came emaciated. You can see she's still a little skinny. Sorry, it's really windy, so I'm shaky. I haven't eaten yet. I've had coffee and that's about it. But you can see the halter marks on her face, the being left on, and she's a little skinny. She came to her emaciated, and now she's gotten her looking very normal, very healthy. She's actually pretty fit looking. Just the one side, you can see her ribs when she moves a little bit, and I like them just a touch heavier than that. I don't want her to colic. She's stressed because it's windy. Good girl. So if she's hanging out by me, even if she's just eating, leave her alone. So I'm gonna take my flag the other way, so it's away from her, and we'll see if she lets me see her. I have my hand out. I don't do this for every horse. So if she looks away, she's telling me I'm not comfortable. So I'm gonna stop until she tells me she's okay again. Good. If she's by me, she can rest. So she was out in a field, that's why she's muddy. She is probably sweaty. Yep, just that got her tired. But that's okay. As I always say, a tired horse is a good horse. As you can see, she's missing a little top line. That's just because she hasn't been worked a ton, and her weight's not bad at all. So if she moves away from me, I'm gonna back away and see if I can draw her back. But she doesn't really know liberty, so then I'll just come back, reapproach. It's windy. My flag keeps flapping. When I pet her like this, my flag is moving. Just pet her. See how head shy she is? Not. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can pull her head back. So she's really hot. So we'll be done for today. I just wanted to do a little, see how she moves. Good girl. Pet her. Let her calm down. So I'm going to hang out for another maybe half hour just to make sure she's settled. Good girl. Because I want to make sure she catches her breath. She's drank some water already, but I want to see her drink some more. She's upset because Julio was up there, and her and Julio might have had a love story in another life. I'm sorry you had hay in your eyeball. Here, you want to walk up? She's like, no, I don't trust you. She loves the grass, though. She does love it. But yeah, we'll see how she does. Oh, now she's following me. She's like, maybe I'll follow you. Now she's not. Oh, now she is. She's a really nice mare. I really like her. I'm really looking forward to working with her. It's so funny. Everyone I've shown pictures of her has said, did you actually trade horses? The only way you can tell is one's registered, one's not. One's a mare, one's a gelding. And she's got the marks of an abusive past owner. And Julio's marks from an abusive past owner are invisible now. You know, he's survived. And now she has two, actually. I mean, it's just she bears the scars for the rest of her life, unfortunately. But yeah, that is my new girl. I'm gonna go find a little step ladder for my midget legs to go plug the fence in. She's been in an electric fence her whole life, so she's pretty good about not touching the fence, but I'm a little worried when the other horses come up and see her that they will challenge it. And they may not. We'll grab this and the flag and her halter. But yeah, she's a pretty girl. She's got grain out there that she doesn't really know what it is and doesn't want to touch. She's got hay, but of course she's like, why the heck would I eat hay when I've got this beautiful grass? So that's the new girl. Her name was May. We'll see what I decide to name her when I know more of her personality. 17 years old, standard bred, at least somewhat broke to ride. We'll see just how broke she is once, you know, she gets settled. I don't like to work them hard that first day in a new place, especially when it's windy. It's really windy. Makes me kind of nervous, but it is what it is. But there's the new girl. Let me know what you think. If you have any name suggestions, hit me up. But let's show her some love and let's see what we can do for her. She's finally getting quiet. So she spent the whole time right before I did this video screaming and running. And she's kind of now like, okay, I'm okay now. Unfortunately, I think she's gonna get stressed again then when I leave, but she's a really nice mare, and I think she might make a good kid's horse, depending on, you know, how broke we get her and how tolerant we get her. She was an ex-kid's horse, which is where some of her trauma comes from. She doesn't like being cinched up, and she's been cleared of physical problems, so we think it's mental. And it's probably because if she was a kid's horse before, she probably got yanked to be cinched up. And so she's, you know, upset about that. Hi, sweet girl. I appreciate you. I know, the trauma. But she seems to have settled really well. I really was worried she'd be panicking. And she's unhappy, but settling. And she'll get more happy once, you know, she's used to the place and had some time to settle. And she, I guess, was really nervous right before she left. Yeah, she's a new girl. We haven't picked a name yet. She literally got here not that long ago, and she's just been settling. But she's upset because she's alone. Can't say I blame her. And it's windy, so it's stressful. But I really like her. I think she's gonna be a really nice mare. She seems very like she wants to be friendly, but she's got some timidity from people hurting her in the past. Not the lady that I got her from. The lady that I got her from has taken her leaps and bounds from where she was. She was emaciated and she had a halter left on her face. That's what those white hairs are, and that part of her nose band. You can always suggest something, Serenity. She's very reserved right now. She got a beautiful trot. She really covers ground. I don't know if I've seen her lope yet, which is fine. She is very pretty. It's funny, everyone's like, oh, she looks just like Julio, and she kind of does. She's a lot better built in the hind end, and she's a little thinner than him in her build and weight-wise, but that's just time. She came from being emaciated. It takes years for them to recover from that. Grace, I do like that, and it actually fits a theme. So as you know, I've named my horses Courage, Hope, Patience, I've tried to keep them kind of biblical themed, and I do kind of like Grace. I might have to do that one. Oh, really? I love Mustangs. That's my favorite breed. That's the breed I prefer, but a raven? I'll have to look that up. I like names with meaning. I like Grace, and I like the meaning of that name. I just have to figure out how it's spelled, I guess. Girl, I'm not very fond of the Juliet. It's a cute idea, but I don't want to be reminded of Julio because of all the trauma I went through with him, and the guy threatening me. So we'll see. I'm not saying flat out no. That blew me over. I'm not saying flat out no. I'm just not saying yes. So I'm gonna cut this live because I gotta go. She's settled. She's drank water. She's eating clearly. She doesn't want anything to do with that grain, so I'll just ask Beth to bring it in. Rosie is cute. I have a good friend named Rosie, actually. But I'm gonna cut it and head home. Keep suggesting names, but comment them. I'm gonna make a post asking for name suggestions, so comment them there. I'll try to write Grace down because I really do like that. But we'll see. It just depends on what she's like, too. She keeps doing that stomping and swishing her tail, and I'm hoping it doesn't mean she's colicking. But we'll see. She's not acting like she's colicking, but you never know. A raven? I'm gonna look that up, Serenity. I do like the meaning a lot. Because I want her to be kind and caring and loving. You know what y'all think? I'll see you later. Bye.